This is Phantom Electric Ghost, and we're going to discuss in our episode 89 the beginnings of Dark Ghost. And the real beginnings of that record, which is not out, but we've been working on it, we've been talking about it for a pretty long time, is there were some demos we did in 2017. And these demos are the twin songs of Fragile, the original composition. And then there was a rewrite that added some more capability to the song. And then what happened with these songs is they kind of turned into Fragile with You Tonight. But the original Fragiles were actually a response to the passing of my father. My father, David Jones, he died from Alzheimer's in 2017, and it really hit me pretty hard because it was somewhat unexpected. I didn't realize the nature of Alzheimer's, in that it actually you die from it like cancer. I mean, it's a terminal illness. Now, a lot of times, I think a lot of people I didn't understand that you actually it doesn't just take away your memories. It doesn't just take away your capabilities. It starts to take away your motor functions. It starts to take away your involuntary functions. And my father, when he passed, he couldn't eat. He had a hard time swallowing. Couldn't control a lot of his body, and it was really a sad state. And the song Fragile was really about how fragile life is and how things can change. My father always wanted in his retirement, to get a Mercedes and, go on cruise ships and be able to live his life. He was a salesperson his whole life. He worked really hard. He's always working, and, at the end of his life, he wasn't able to really enjoy the fruits of his labor, and, his mind was taken from him. And it shows you how fragile life can be. And so this version of Fragile kind of alludes to this person who maybe wasn't as where they wanted to be in life. They didn't get to do the things they wanted. And so Josephine starts talking about how everything is about now, and you have to do what you want to do today rather than putting it off for tomorrow, because there might not be a tomorrow. And that's really the crux of the song. And it's a piano ballad that has a very atmospheric synthesizers in the background. I'm using a System 1M for its atmospheric kind of soundscape capabilities. And then, just a Roland grand piano. And then a really sparse kind of Minneapolis mix, kind of Prince-inspired, very, not using, or using the silences to really build this song. And that's the real purpose of the song. And Josephine is just very raw in her vocal and in her emotion on this song. It's something we always try to capture, is find a way to get Josephine to not just convey her kind of sensuality that we have her do in a playful way. It's not just some kind of funk sex song that we've been doing lately. These are the more deep songs. On Dark Ghost, Josephine, starts to get into these really heavy topics. The melancholia of life, life and death issues, existential concepts about like who you are and why you are who you are, and what is life about. And in this Fragile version, we were very enamored with it, but then we kind of lost track of it. We got into the other version, which was Fragile, which was more of a song pining for a love interest. And every way you can kind of work into like who that love interest might be. I'm not going to get into that, but you can, the second Fragile with You Tonight was pretty much for someone I was pretty close to, in a working relationship, and I kind of went into a phase where I was just totally enamored with them, and everything I did was about them. And then I had Josephine kind of playing a role of masking that to a certain extent, because you might think she's talking about a man, but she's talking about a woman. And that fragile kind of took over the whole fragile space. But coming back a year later and looking at the original Fragile song, I mean, it's totally different structure. It was really interesting. What happened was I lost the drum beat on my Arterious Beat Step Pro. I lost the saved pattern, and then I had to start again. And then the song, I started to try to play the original Fragile, and I ended up turning into Fragile with You Tonight. And that's the kind of story behind how those songs got created. It's like three of them. There's the original demo of Fragile. There's a reworked version of Fragile with more synths being brought in. And then there's Fragile with You Tonight, which then even has another couple versions of it with different drum beats. So I had a tendency to take a song and keep on working on it and make variations. And sometimes I think like one variation is better than another. But I tend to put them all out as singles and let everybody decide. Recently I thought I had a version of a song that, the second version I thought was better than the first. When it comes down to it, sometimes the first take does end up being the right one. So this particular song actually didn't even make it on Dark Ghost, the configuration we originally had. But now we're kind of rethinking it because this really has the feel of, if love has no ceiling, why is my heart on the floor? This is kind of a precursor for that, and we kind of forgot about it. And it's got that feel. So we might replace some of the other tracks on the Dark Ghost configuration to actually include this track. Because we're really feeling both versions of this track. And we like to kind of do what Neil Young does sometimes. We'll put two versions of the same song on a record, like one at the beginning of an album and one at the end. And Dark Ghost already has two versions of the song Dark Ghost. And it's got some songs we've kind of pulled in and pulled out. But we're still working on it, and we think this song, both versions of this song might find their way onto the record. Some other songs might get pulled out. Keep on trying to figure out which way we're going to go with it. We can easily put this album out on a streaming service, but the whole point of Dark Ghost was to actually have a physical CD and actually have an LP on vinyl. So we've been a little bit more deliberate in our construction of this record. It's taken since last year, and it's probably not going to come out till next year. We're looking at different ways to release it. So I mean, a lot of times it's hard to put out the physical CD because you won't make the money back from it right away. It's going to take a while to get that return investment. The vinyl versions would, because the album is so long, would be multiple vinyls. And so we probably would do, just the original Dark Ghost series started on Bandcamp. And on Bandcamp, we had multiple issues of volumes, like 10 volumes of Dark Ghost. The new version of Dark Ghost is not exactly what those Bandcamp albums were. It's a totally different record. It's got tracks that those Bandcamp albums never had. And so, we're looking at, the Landar release capability. We're looking at CD Baby. We're looking at Discogs. There's a lot of different places we could put it out. So this song, again, is kind of dear to our heart because they got a personal interpretation of what happened with my father and the fragility of life. And it's not as... but the other version of Fragile is personal as well because it's like me, pining for somebody in this kind of situation where they're not ever going to really give that feeling back. In fact, it's very fractured. But, that's the nature of fragility. Things get fragile, they break apart, they fall apart. So we've been focused on those kind of concepts. And it fits Dark Ghost in a good way because Dark Ghost is about those things that you have a hard time turning toward or turning away from. And death is always something you're trying to run away from, but you're going to end up hitting it. So we are very excited. We're doing a lot of cool things. We're doing product kind of placement. We're discussions like infomercials. We're going to try one tonight with a vendor that has a competitor of Facebook, and it was to be our first kind of interview with a company. We did do an interview with Chernobello on Spearmint, and we did put that back out here. But this is actually for a service, a web service, kind of like a Facebook competitor. And so we're going to be talking to them tonight if everything goes well. We're going to talk to Hydra on Friday if that goes well. We already talked to Araya and this week, and we're going to be talking to some really cool guests that we've had before. We're going to bring on Jess Davis again from New York City, the actor, and she's got some really cool projects. I believe she's on a Netflix show from Marvel. I would think that's probably, well, I can't really say who it is without knowing for sure. But we're very excited about the things that we've been doing, and keep on listening, and we'll be talking to artists that I think you'll really get into. Try to give light to a lot of indie artists that don't get the light, and that's the purpose. But this show particularly, we talk about our own music, and so if you want to help us out, or you like what we're doing and you're an indie artist, you can subscribe to our channel, and we'll provide beats. That's in the profile, how that works. When you go to subscribe, you can see the information, and send us a voice memo and a text of your email address so we can work out arrangements for artists that want to work with us on the beat option. Thank you.
All there is now. That's all I know right now. All it is now. Better get into it somehow. Gotta get through all those things. Could turn you blue. You gotta get to the truth. Oh, it's not lewd what you wanna be or what you wanna do. You can't ever let anybody want you to be what they want to dream. You can't let anyone tell you what to believe. You gotta do it 'cause you wanna get free. Can't let anyone tell you what to believe. Fragile. Yeah, your friends' dreams are so fragile. You can get burned by a fake smile. You can get burned all the while. You can get turned down. You can get turned out. You can get lost in that crowd. You can get perpetually down. Fragile. Don't get burned by a fake smile. We're only here for a little while. Why be docile? Let's see your wild style. Show 'em how you get down. Your only destination 6 feet underground. You're always gonna be just a little too loud. Fragile. Your dreams are fragile. Right under the weight of politeness and fake smiles. You really wanna be docile. You wanna be that wild child. Only here for a little while. Why get broken by all those fake smiles? We're all fragile. We're only here for a little while. Why get broken by fake smiles? We're only here for a little while. Why get broken by fake smiles? We're all fragile. We're all fragile. Lucifer pulls that string, it's the end of everything. You better wear that gown, you better let it out when and now. You only have a little while. Don't get fooled by the fake smile. Said you had so much style. Critical flaw too docile. Fragile. So damn fragile. You can tell by your fake smile. But when you want it to be wild. All that's left is a shell of what we knew so well. Under that shadow spell that we knew so well. Fragile.
This is Josephine Electric, and today we're going to talk about another song that we added to episode 89. And in episode 89, we talked about the beginnings of Dark Ghost, the Fragile demos. So the Phantom and I went back and did some remastering and re-editing of the song Fragile, the actual second version, which in the previous, in the episode 89, that was the one that was just called Fragile. So it is the third version now that happens, that is in the segment called Fragile Blown Away from the Earthly Plane, which is a line from the actual, it's a line from the actual song. And so we took that line and we decided that we thought that would be a good place to start with a new version. This new version has just been re-edited on our Zoom R24, and we did some stuff in the mastering process, and we also used Landar.com to actually do the full master, and we're putting together an EP of these songs, and we're thinking of putting some of them on Dark Ghost. We're still working on some of these. We feel this version we like a lot. The original demo, the drums are a lot lower in the mix, and maybe the drums on this one are a little too high, but at the time, we kind of wanted them there. There are some people that don't like that kind of 80s heavy drum, and we've done some things in our recording workflow to fix that. The initial recording was done with the JDXI. We're using the VT4 now, and one of the problems with the JDXI is we were using it for drums and vocals, and the drum beat doesn't seem to be able to change the volume when you're using the vocoder, which is a kind of a problem if you try to use them at the same time. Now, if you record them at different times, but sometimes when we're writing, we get the feeling that we need to kind of be singing while the song's playing, and so that sometimes causes issues. But we like the feel of this version, and we just did some editing with the digital delay, changed some of the sound mastering profiles on the Zoom R24, and we hope you like this result. We did do a conference call on our podcast, infomercial kind of thing with CIN pals, and that's out there today, and they're actually a paid sponsor. It's my first paid sponsor, and we're rather excited by that. The Ghost will soon be signing up for that service and see what we can do with our fans there. Just going to wait like a week to do it because the fans got to go out and Uber. But if you like this song and you like what we're doing, send us a note. If you're a band and you want to get interviewed by a Phantom or myself, we're probably going to have some people start interviewing us. So, yeah, I think that's going to be kind of cool if you think about it. That if I get to start to interview people, that will give us a different feel. And we're always looking to do different things. So if you're interested and you're an indie band and you want Josephine to interview versus the Phantom, let us know, send a voice memo, and we'll be cool with that. Talk to you later.
Said you had so much style. Trickle floor to docile, fragile, so damn fragile. You can tell by your fake smile, the way you want it to be wild. Now all that's left is a shell of what we knew so well. Under that shadow spell that we knew so well. Fragile. And looking for that inner child. What you wonder just a little too late. Fragile. Is a siren coming for you? Or is that your full truth? Is it all about you? Or when your lips gonna turn blue? Fragile. You're gonna have so much style. You're only here for a little while. Around to get wild. Lift up that big smile. Get on with it somehow. All there is now. I know that now. All there is now. You better get into it somehow. You gotta get through all the things that could turn you blue. You gotta get to the truth. No, it's not lose. If you wanna be what you wanna dream, you can't let everyone else tell you what to believe. Fragile. Yeah, your dreams are so fragile. You can get burned out. Just by a big smile. And you can get turned down. And you can get turned out. And you can get lost in the crowd. And you could be perpetually down. Fragile. Don't get burned by fake smiles. Only here for a little while. Why be docile? Let 'em show me your wild style. Don't let 'em put you down. Your only destination is 6 feet underground. Somewhere and now in how. It's gonna be always just a little too loud. Ooh, fragile. Your dreams are fragile. Buried under weight of all that politeness and smiles. You really wanna be docile? Don't you wanna be that wild child? We're only here for a little while. Why get broken